Back. Today we are going to discuss about digital algorithm, which was proposed by David Ditch in 1985. David Ditch in 1985. So it is the first example that showed a quantum computer can solve a problem faster than any classical computer. Even though the problem itself is tiny, the thing is it will solve in very less time. Okay, so you are given a function f of 0 comma 1, and you need output, and you are having two functions. One is constant, another one is balanced. So constant, you need to check f of 0 for 0, f of 1 for 0 one time, and f of 1 for another time. That is nothing but we require 4 possible mappings to check whether the given function is constant or balanced. So we require 4 times to check in classical way, but whereas here you can check it at a time by using two principles. Okay, the two major principles: superposition and interference. So this allows the quantum algorithm, that is nothing but Ditch algorithm, to perform the action very fast. So moving on to the circuit. So this Q0 will be only the thing we are operating. This Q1 is, we call it as ancilla. So ancilla is nothing but helper qubit for Q0. I have integrated that information in upcoming slides, don't worry. So I have given here that particular circuit I have drawn here. So the bottom qubit, we call it as ancilla. So initially the all qubits, top qubit as well as bottom qubit, starts with 0. So x of ket 0, you already know ket 1. So that is nothing but poly x gate. It flips the target. So this is the bottom qubit. Again, I have given the pictorial view for your understanding. So first you are applying x with ket 0, then you are getting ket 1, and then if you apply h with ket 1, you will be ended up getting this result: ket 0 minus ket 1 divided by root 2. This is nothing but we represent it as minus ket, that is nothing but ancilla. So ancilla role is and the role of ancilla is just to help the actual qubit. There is nothing more than that. Okay, so I have given the definition: ancilla qubit is temporary helper qubit added to the quantum circuit to assist a computation, but not the part of main data. It will be just assisting the main data, but not, it is not like a main data. So now let's start the initialization. So if you initially top qubit and bottom qubit with ket 0 ket 0, this is top qubit. So please remember, this is bottom qubit. So initially they are both starting with 0 0. This I am doing ket 0 tensor. I'm writing this whole equation. So combinedly if I write it, ket 0 tensor product with ket 0. Okay, so now already we have calculated that you will be end up getting ket minus for ancilla. So that is what I have written here: ket 0 ket minus. So ket minus is nothing but this equation already you have seen. Now you apply for bottom qubit, you apply h ket. So ket 0 plus ket 1 by root 2, you will be end up getting, that is, you can write it as plus ket. So at ket psi 2, you will be end up getting ket plus tensor product with ket minus. If you do it, do the multiplication, 1 by root 2 into 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, and this remains same. Okay, now moving on to the oracle box. So the oracle box, it is like a magic box in quantum version. So we don't know its internal logic, but we only know how it acts on inputs. So mathematically, it performs this particular action. UF ket x into ket y is equal to ket x ket of y tensor product of f of x. So simply, if you look here, u of x ket x tensor product with ket minus gives you this equation, ket minus 1 of f of x ket x tensor product minus. So if you look here, if you apply ket 0, this will be our ket x. So if you apply oracle on this particular equation, if you look here, u of x ket x tensor product with minus. So these I can write here for your understanding. I can write tensor product here. Then you will be end up getting this result, minus 1 f of 0, because x is 0 here, f of 0 ket 0 and ket minus remains same. In second equation, if you see, if you apply oracle u of f, so to this particular equation, here the change will be there here because the x is 1 in this particular equation. So if you apply here, so if you apply oracle here, you will be end up getting this result, and minus remains same. So if I take minus common in this from that particular equation, so this remains same, this is top qubit, and bottom qubit remains same, this is unchanged because this is helper qubit. Okay, we have done until this part. Okay, now we are completed till this point. Now if you look here, you are having Hadamard gate for top qubit, not for helper qubit. Yes, we are having Hadamard gate for top qubit. So we need to apply Hadamard gate here, okay, to get the output. So in the next step, I have done that. So if you look here, I have integrated Hadamard and bottom remains same. Don't think about bottom. You just need to focus on top because bottom qubit is a helper qubit that we call it as ancilla. So I think that part is clear. Now what I am doing is nothing but you already know the equations, h of ket 0 root ket 0 plus ket 1 by root 2, h of ket 1 ket 0 minus ket 1 by root 2. If you are not familiar with quantum gates, let's watch the previous video in my playlist. I have given a clear explanation about all the quantum gates. Please do watch for your better understanding. Then you come to this particular video, then you will be clear. Okay, now if you look here, for that particular equation I just added Hadamard. So if you add those Hadamard gates, then you will be end up getting this equation and bottom remains same. So now what I am doing is nothing but I am taking 1 by root 2 1 by root 2 common from these particular equations. So I will be ended up getting 1 by 2. So if you look here, minus 1 f of 0 ket 0 plus ket 1 minus 1 of f of 1 ket 0 minus ket 1. Now you try to multiply these equations. So if you multiply that equations, minus 1 f of 0 and minus 1 f of 1. Here if you look, minus 1 f of 0 minus 1 f of 1 of f of 1. So this you'll be end up getting this particular equation. I think here you will get minus. So I think until this part it is clear, right? So now what I am doing is nothing but here there is ket 0, here there is ket 0. I am taking it common. If I take common, the remaining term will be minus 1 f of 0 here and minus 1 f of 1. So in between plus is there. So I have written that equation here. So in the second case, I am taking 1 ket 1 common. So if I take ket 1 common, minus 1 of f of 0 minus, because there is minus here, minus of f of 1. So I think this part is clear for you. Okay. Now the thing is we have finished. Now we need to check whether the inputs are constant or balanced. So constants is nothing but both inputs give the same output. in balanced case, one input gives 0 and other input gives 1. So let us check. So minus 1 f of 0 will be plus 1, minus 1 f of 1 will be minus 1. This you need to remember. Now substitute the values. First I am checking constant. Okay. First I am checking constant. I am taking f of 0, f of 1 as 0. If I take that, if that is the case, f of 0 already we know, plus 1. Okay, if I substitute all those things in this particular equation, I will be ended up getting this particular thing. Ket 0 tensor product with ket minus. Already this bottom qubit is ancilla, we should not bother about it. So first qubit measure as ket 0. If I take f of 0, f of 1 as 1 now in this particular case, so I'll be ended up getting minus ket 0 tensor product minus ket. So this global minus is irrelevant, so we can ignore that. So again the same thing. So in the balance we satisfied the particular condition, the output should be same. So I think this is clear. Now come to balanced one. In balanced one, you need to take one as 0 and another one as 1, and vice versa in the other case. So if I substitute these values, I will be ended up getting ket 1 tensor product with ket minus. So I can measure the first qubit as 1. Now in the second case, I have reversed the scenarios. I have took f of 0 as 1 and f of 1 as 0. So if you look here, if I substitute all those equations, again a minus, that is nothing but a global phase is reflecting, but the result is same. So I measure the first qubit as 1. I think this is what Deutsch algorithm do. Okay, we will be handling with two type of functions, that is nothing but balanced and constant, and we are measuring the result. If it is constant, we will be getting 0. If it is balanced, it is getting 1. I think this is clear for everyone. If there is any doubts, let me know in the comment section.